before we formally start our lecture, I think it's a good idea that we will introduce ourselves. I already introduced myself, so each of you will tell your name and what exactly you are doing. We all know that you are interested in learning about drawing package in computer. So just to so that we will know each other, we will go through one by one and introduce ourselves. So can you pause and please?
Now?
Now, yes.
Okay, my name is Sada. I'm a uni student at UTS.
My name is Natasha and I'm in year 11 and I go to high school at East Gustav.
My name is Abiha Khalil and I'm doing HSC at Mount Ann High School, year 11.
I'm Farhat Nabi and I'm doing a patisserie course at TAFE.
My name is Faraz Malik. I'm a year 11 student at Health and Agriculture High School.
My name is Muhammad Awan and I'm from Mount Ann High School and I'm in 7th grade.
Go. Wait, it zoomed in for no reason. Okay, go.
Okay. Now, in Australia, when you want to attain certain qualification, either you can do it yourself, but then nobody will recognize those qualifications. So it's much better that you should follow some approved qualification, and usually by doing approved qualification, you have to follow some competency unit. So what we are going to do today is there's a unit called use of CAD application to complete module and documentation of interior designing. So usually when we do the interior designing, we use CAD in it, but it's not always necessary to use CAD in interior designing. You can use CAD, computer aided design, or computer aided drawing in a lot of other applications also. If you want to do an engineering course, if you want to do a trade course, or generally in your life also you want to draw something technically correct, accurate, using a computer, it's a very good idea to do this particular course. So today we will follow this particular unit and we will do the first part of it, which is like little bit exposure about a CAD package, computer aided drawing package. Now, how we will progress in this particular lecture? I will give you a general guideline that how to draw, but before doing that there's a requirement of workplace safety, and we have to go through the safe environment which we have in this lecture room. So in case of an emergency, what to do? If you have we are doing this lecture and if something goes wrong, if fire happens in the kitchen, on the back there's a fire extinguisher. In the house there are 2 fire alarms are fitted. If any time a fire hazard happens or a fire alarm goes off, we have got the main entrance, we can use it as an exit, and we can use it the back entrance going to the garden. We can use this entrance also for evacuating the room. Once we evacuate the room, then if you can want to stop the fire, you can take the fire extinguisher and you can stop the fire. Or you can go out and you can switch off the main electric circuit so that the electricity will not go into the house. There's a first aid kit also in the kitchen, so we can use that if something related to first aid help is needed. And unfortunately, we don't have anyone who is trained first aid, certified first aid person. So we have to call the emergency department if a serious hazard happens. So what is the number for the emergency department?
000.
000. You have to dial that, and the telephone is right there. So this is just the introduction, that in case of a hazard happen, that's what we are going to do. It's nothing to do with our drawing lecture, but it is a requirement that I have to explain that this is a safe work environment, and in case of emergency, what we are supposed to do. Now, how we will progress in this particular unit? I will explain how to set up a drawing, and then we will go through the drawing process and we will learn how to draw simple elements like line, circle, arc, rectangles. Usually you can make very complicated drawings by just drawing lines and circles. So if you know how to draw a line and how to draw a circle, you can in fact draw a very complicated drawing by using these two elements only. You know that arc is made of a circle, rectangle is made of a four lines, so are multiple lines. So if we know how to draw the line, we can do multiple complicated elements also. Drawing is not only important. Once we draw and we want to make change in it, then what we do? We do the editing. So we will learn also, if we have already drawn something, if we want to change it, make changes in it, how to do that. How to modify the drawings. So there are some facilities available in computer-aided drawing software which we will use to make changes in our drawing. And then there are some other facilities available which helps us in making a drawing. We will go through them also. And that at the end, obviously, if you make a drawing, you have to save it. It's very important that you should save it, otherwise your whole effort will be gone to waste. So we will learn how to properly save a drawing. So this is how we will go through this particular course. We are going to use a software called AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a very famous software. There are a number of other softwares also, but because this is a very famous and industry standard software, industry standard softwares are those softwares which are used a lot in industries. So if you learn about this software, you can do it in your own work, and if you go to the industry and you work there, it will be helpful to you there also. So before going any further, I will explain to you that how to start this particular software. Just like starting any other software on Windows or on Mac, when you install the software, an icon will appear on your screen, which is called a desktop. You double click that icon, the software will start. So this is the easiest way to start the software. But sometimes what happens is that on the desktop, and you can see this desktop, there's an AutoCAD 2007 icon. You can just double click it, it will start the AutoCAD. But in case you don't have this icon, something went wrong, somebody deleted this particular icon, it doesn't mean the software got deleted, it's still there. Another way you can start the software on Windows operating system is you go to Start, and then you go to all the programs, and in all these programs you will find a program called Autodesk, and in Autodesk you will find AutoCAD. So from there you can select that program and you can start it. This is a procedure you want to start any software. This is the procedure you will follow in Windows operating system. Once you started the software, you will have this window in front of you. This window is called Graphical User Interface. Actually, this is the interface, this is the actual software which is interfacing or helping us to draw the software. It has got different parts, so I will explain to you one by one about these parts. Just like any other software in Windows, at the top you will see that there are number of pull-down menus. If you click on them or move your mouse on them, you will find a pull-down menu will open, and that menu will have number of options. For example, in the file menu you have got open, which will open an existing file. You have a option called new, it will open a new file. Whenever you start the software, automatically a new file will open. It is by default. But if you want to close this file and want to make another new file, you can select the new. And then you have, we will learn this a little bit later, how to save the files, so we will save the file from here also. Remember, generally when you are using Windows and a software just like this software, if it is written properly using Windows standard, then you will always have very similar these pull down menus. Usually first few menus are very similar, like always first pull down menu will be file, the second will be edit, the third will be view. Last two usually are help and Windows. This, if you are using Word software, if you are using Excel software, even if you are using Microsoft Explorer, Internet Explorer, usually you will have this type of arrangement on it. In the middle, these menus, like in this particular case in AutoCAD, you have insert, format, tool, draw, dimensions, modify, and so on. These menus are more specific about the AutoCAD. So when we want to draw something, obviously we need these menus. But the first three are very similar. You want to open a file, when you are running a Word document, you have to open the files. Those files usually you use, those softwares you use for writing text on it. So you have to open the file, you have to save the file, you have to edit the files by cutting and pasting and things like that. These things are very common in a lot of Windows software. Same thing is over here. You can open a file, but in this case you are not opening a Word file, not opening a text file. Over here you are opening a drawing file, but process of opening is exactly the same. You want to save the file, exactly the process is same. So first few pull down menus are very similar. Apart from these menus, so if I want to select a command, I will go through the pull down menus. I need to know where exactly that command is. I will go to that pull down menu and I will select the command. Okay. For example, if I want to draw, so it's obvious I will have to locate the draw pull down menu. As you can see, draw. When I open it, there are a number of options available. We want to start from very simple thing. I want to draw a line. Now, what kind of information or what kind of things I need to draw a line mathematically? What is a line? Can anybody define what is a line? How you define a line?
The distance between 2 points.
Different distance between 2 points. So I need 2 points, isn't it? Okay. So when I will select the option line, AutoCAD knows that I want to draw a line. Alright. Now if you look down here, there is a strip which says command. Alright. This area down here is interactive area. This is the area which AutoCAD is using to talk with you. And if you want to talk to AutoCAD by using keyboard, you will type in this area. There are a number of ways you can talk to the AutoCAD, but AutoCAD will talk to you only through this area. So if you read what is written down here, it is saying line. That means AutoCAD knows that you selected line, you want to draw a line, and then it say specify first point. And we know that if we want to draw the line, we have to give 2 points. So it is asking me the first point. So this is how AutoCAD is asking questions from us. And we have to give them the answer accordingly. We are getting a hint what a software expects from us. Now there are a number of ways I can tell AutoCAD where is my first point. One easiest way is that you can just click on the screen wherever you want your first point. Now this is not a very accurate way, because using mouse, if you click on the screen somewhere, the coordinates x and y value of the point is also visible. So we can select a point. But this is not a very accurate way of giving a point, because obviously by using mouse we cannot pinpoint start point or our required point very easily. Another way I can do is I will just simply type the coordinates of that point. Let's say I want to start a point where x value is 1 and y value is 1. So I will type 1, 1, x value, y value. This is another way I can input the point. So to keep the things simple, I will just click on the first one. Now AutoCAD is happy. It turned out the first point. Now let's see what it is asking me by again reading whatever, because AutoCAD is going to communicate, as I said, through this strip, communication interface strip. So now what it says, can anybody read?
Specify next point.
Specify next point. Okay, that next point is the second point. And as we agreed that to make a line, you have to draw, you need 2 points. You have to draw the first point and then you have to tell AutoCAD about the second point. So we will move and we will make the second point. Let's say I want second point over here. So I will move up to the second point and I will click there. Now AutoCAD usually expects that because you are drawing a line, you will keep on drawing the lines. So you draw the first line, it then expects that you want to draw a second line, third line, and so on. So if you want to continue drawing the lines, where this line is ending, you want to start another line, then you can keep on clicking and it will keep on making lines. And if you are happy with your line and you want to stop here, you just simply press enter. You see what it says in the bottom here? Just command. Now command means AutoCAD is saying, give me some command now. I don't know what to do next. You have to tell me. So we are successful in making the line and AutoCAD finished that when we press enter. So everybody is comfortable with how to draw a line?
Yes.
Okay. Now when you are making a drawing, a lot of lines you have to make. So each time we have to go to the pull down menu, draw, and we will select line, which after some time becomes quite time consuming. So I can do another thing. If you look on the left hand side here, these are called buttons. Okay, they are small icons and each icon is called a button. If you look at the first one, if I put the cursor or this mouse arrow on it and just leave it there, it will tell me what this button is about. So first one, if you see what it says, line. It is saying line. So if I select this button, if you read down here, AutoCAD knows that I am now again trying to draw line. The command down here is line, and it is expecting me to give the first point, specify first point. Okay, just like what happened last time. But last time we selected the command from the pull down menu. This time we selected the command from a button. Because button is always in front of us, we can anytime select this particular command. So if we want to draw a lot of lines, it's much easier to select this button, click on this button and draw the line rather than each time going into the pull down menu. Line command is easy, but if you are doing some advanced commands, then the problem is in the pull down menus you have to search where that command is. It will take time. So it's much easier to bring that button in front here, keep it on the screen, and each time you want to use that command, you press that button. In the background, AutoCAD is doing nothing new. As soon as you press this button or you pull down the menu, there's a small program in AutoCAD which draws the line. It will get activated. So I can draw another line, first point, and then the next point, and enter, that draws another line. Alright, everybody is clear about how to draw the line?
Yes.
If you know how to draw the line, most of your problems are solved. Why? If you want to make a very complicated drawing, but if you just look at that drawing and you see what this drawing is made of, you will find, like drawing of this house. If you look at the technical drawing of this house, it's very complicated. A lot of details are given on it. But if you look closely, you'll find that most of the things, most of the drawing is made of straight lines. These walls are made of straight lines. The structure is given as a straight line. All the piping is given using straight lines. So if you know how to draw a straight line, you can make a very complicated drawing very easily. It will take time. It will be a time-consuming process, but you know how to do it now. Next important thing which we need to know is how to draw circles. Because with the straight lines you can't draw a circle. So just like drawing the straight line, we can see in this drawing menu, there is a command called circle. Where is that command? It is down here. Now can you tell me what kind of information we need to draw a circle?
You need a center point.
You need a center point and
Radius.
you need a radius. But there's an interesting thing. There are other ways also you can draw a circle. You can have a center point and you can have a diameter. Still, again, you can be able to draw the circle. What other ways you can draw a circle? Let's say I don't have a center point and I want to draw a circle. How I will do that?
You can have the circumference.
You can have a circumference and arc. I want to make a circle. So arc we will do next. But if on the circle I have 3 points on the circle. Imagine you have 3 points on a piece of paper. You can use those 3 points to draw a circle. Circle should pass on through all those 3 points, isn't it? So you don't need a circle center always. If you can tell, okay, this point is on the circle, this point is on the circle, this point is on the circle.
The line is passing through that.
No, computer will calculate
Where the center point
where
is.
the center point is by using that information. This you are learning in the school also. When you will do the trigonometry, geometry and trigonometry, you will know how to draw circle by using different set of information. When you are not given a center, how to draw it. When you are given a center, how to draw it, and so on. Now, interestingly, if you look at it, when you select the circle, it is giving you sub-options. Center, radius, we agreed. I can draw the circle by giving a center and giving its radius. Secondly, I said you can draw the center, which is our second option here. You can give a center and you can give the diameter, which is twice the radius, and that will make a circle, exactly the same circle. But interestingly, there are other ways also. They are a bit advanced, but we can use the other ways also, and we agree the third way is, which is given over here, 3 points, where you can give 3 points on the circumference of the circle, any 3 points, and computer will have all the information to draw a circle. And there is another one, 2 point. Usually you can't draw the circle by using 2 points. But there is a special feature in AutoCAD that if you give the 2 extreme points which are on the diameter, then still you can draw the circle. And then there are advanced programs, tangent, radius. we will not cover this in this particular introductory lecture, but later on, when you will have more experience in working with AutoCAD, there's another way of drawing by using tangent, radius. There are two lines. I want to draw a circle. Its radius I know, and condition I will put that it should be tangent to this line, and it should be tangent to this line. AutoCAD can able to calculate how to draw the circle by using this information. But that we will leave it for the time being. Later on, when you will have more experience, you can use this command. So for the time being, we will use the simple command center and radius. So when you select this command, again you can select the command from the pull down menu, as well as if you go over here on the left hand side, there's a small circle, this button, and if I leave the mouse on this button, it will tell me that this is the circle command. So I can quickly select the circle command from here also. Now read the strip. What it says, can you see?
Specify center point.
Specify center point. Okay. And then there are, in the square brackets, there are other options also. Whenever in AutoCAD square bracket is given, that means if you don't know the center point, you know the 3 points, for example. So I don't know, it's asking me the center point, which I don't know. So what to do now? These other options are now available. So if you want to give 3 points, you type 3P. So instead of asking center point, it will start asking first point, second point, and third point. So these square brackets are the options, alternatives which are available to us. For the time being, we don't want to use them. We know the center. For example, end of this line is the center point. So I click on it, and AutoCAD is happy that this is the center point. Now it needs more information. And what is that information?
Radius.
Radius. Right? But I can give the diameter also. So see, in the square brackets it says diameter also. So if you don't know the radius, but you know the diameter, so you type D or complete diameter. It will, instead of asking radius, it will now start asking diameter. But for the time being, I just want to give the radius. How I can give the radius? If you move the cursor, you will notice it is drawing the circle for us. See this? So either I can click wherever I am happy, or if I want to give exact radius, then instead of using mouse, I can just type. For example, if I type, let's say 3, then the radius, oops, no, I made a mistake, let me do it again. This is center, the radius is 3, numlock is I think not working. No, sorry, 3 is working. You click the mouse here, you type 3, and you see change to 3 over here. Okay, that means I am forcing, I don't want where the cursor is, I want to draw a radius which is 3. Just press enter and it draw exact 3 diameter circle. Okay. Any question before I go to the next little bit more complicated command? Yes. Sadia.
Is the radius in like inches or centimeters or
Okay,
what?
that's a very interesting question. In the beginning, you can set the unit. But the interesting part is that especially AutoCAD and generally any other computer aided drawing package, it doesn't need units. It has got its own unit. 3 means it knows I have to keep a distance of this much. Unit will come important when you will try to print this. If I want to print this drawing and I want to print exactly the same drawing type, that means drawing I want to print on scale, then I have to tell what this 3 means. Is it 3 inch? Is it 3 millimeter? Or is
3
it 3
meters.
kilometer? It could be 3 kilometer. So when you type over there that it's 3 inch, then on the piece of paper exactly it will draw 3 inches. But as long as when you are drawing it on AutoCAD, you don't need to give the units. It has got its own unit. But it doesn't mean that it is drawing it haphazardly. No. If this length is 4 unit, then the diameter or the radius of this circle will be drawn proportionate to that. It will be little smaller than 4, equal to 3. Right? Now, let's move on and draw an arc. An arc is difficult to draw. Why? How much information we need to draw an arc? For circle, we need center and circle as diameter or radius, or 3 points on the circle. What do you think? To draw an arc, what kind of information we need?
2 points.
2 points. What will be those 2 points?
Start point and
Okay, obviously, an arc should start from somewhere and it should end somewhere. But is it enough?
You need the arc length as well.
You need the arc length. Any other?
And the radius.
Radius you need also. Arc length AutoCAD can calculate. I want to start from this point, I want to finish at this point, but there are number of radiuses which can do that. I can have a very big radius, I can have a very small radius. So that is not enough. I have to tell where the center is. Then it will be defined exactly where the arc is. What other ways, what other information I can give? If, for example, I don't know the center, just like a circle, you can draw a circle without having a center. I don't know the center. Then how I will draw how much information or what information I have to give to draw an arc.
You have the angle.
You can give the angle, yes, Sarah can.
3 points.
3 points.
Wow.
You need an angle, that is correct also, and 3